Greetings, dear listeners, and welcome to the broadcast of Infernal Affairs, coming to you straight from the heart of hell itself. I'm your host, Asteroth, Phoenician demon of lasciviousness, here to peel back the curtain on the bureaucracy of the damned with a wit as sharp as a demon's claw and a voice as smooth as sin. Good evening, my delightfully damned listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Infernal Affairs. I'm your host, Asteroth, a Phoenician demon of lasciviousness, though tonight, I'm donning the hat of an infernal bureaucrat. Ha 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 ha! Yes, it's as thrilling as it sounds. Tonight, we're diving deep into the fiery pits of hell's own bureaucratic maze. Oh, the paperwork, the endless queuing, the soul-crushing, quite literally red tape. It's enough to make even the most patient demon scream in frustration. But fear not, my wicked friends, for I shall guide you through this labyrinth with the grace of a fallen angel. First up on our diabolical agenda, Hell's HR. You see, even the depths of hell require a certain order. Chaos is grand, but chaos without direction is just, well, chaotic. And that brings us to the orientation of our middle management demons. Ah, the backbone of our infernal operations, tasked with ensuring that every soul gets its due despair. Today, we welcomed a fresh batch of middle managers. Their first lesson, the importance of paperwork and eternal damnation. Every torture session logged, every scream recorded, every plea for mercy meticulously filed away for posterity. After all, how can we measure our effectiveness without a little paperwork? Moving on, it's time to shine a spotlight on our Demon of the Week. And who better to embody the essence of infernal bureaucracy than once again, Beelzebub himself, the Prince of Demons, a mastermind of administration, overseeing legions upon legions with a tyrannical efficiency, and of course, paying a little extra to have 2 spots on this show. Beelzebub, or as I like to call him, the Lord of the Flies, has an uncanny ability to keep things running smoothly. His latest project, digitalizing the Lake of Fire's temperature controls. No more manual adjustments. Now, with just a flick of his wicked fingers, he can turn up the heat on those pesky souls who think they can withstand our torments. Efficiency, my dear sinners, is key. And now, for our most anticipated segment, the Torture of the Week. This week, we've implemented a new, rather innovative method of despair, the Kafka-esque maze. Imagine, if you will, a labyrinth so complex, so bewildering, that souls forget their own names trying to navigate it. The goal? To retrieve a single insignificant piece of paper that will supposedly free them from their torment. The catch? The maze changes every time you blink. Walls shift, floors drop away, and the clerks are the worst part. They send you back to the beginning for the slightest infraction. Ha ha ha! It's bureaucracy at its finest. Before I let you scurry back into the shadows of your damned existence, let's not forget our beloved weather update from the 9 circles. Yes, even in hell, we like to keep abreast of the climatic conditions, if only to ensure they're as unbearable as possible. The ever-changing climate of the Inferno. This week, the first circle has been experiencing a slight chill, a break from the usual mild discomfort. It's causing quite the stir among the unbaptized and virtuous pagans. They're almost enjoying it. Fear not, adjustments are already underway to restore the traditional lukewarm misery. Moving down to the 5th circle, the river Styx is boiling over more than usual, thanks to a surge of anger from its sullen inhabitants. The steam is creating a rather picturesque fog, making it all the more difficult for the wrathful to find each other. But oh, when they do, the fights are spectacularly vicious. As for the 6th circle, where heretics are encased in flaming tombs, we've had reports of increased flare-ups. Seems the heretics are more combustible this season. Must be all that hot air they're full of. Ha ha ha. And let's not forget, these flare-ups provide a delightful backlight for hell's landscape. Really brings out the despair in everyone's faces. But the highlight of this week's weather report has to be the 8th circle, home to the fraudsters. A malicious wind has been whipping through the Bolgias, making navigation a nightmare for the demons on patrol. Not to worry though, it's also whipping the damned into a frenzy, increasing productivity by 66.6%. And finally, the 9th circle, treachery Purgatory's frozen wasteland has seen a slight dip in temperature. It's now colder by a few degrees, further solidifying the traitors in their icy prisons. Rumor has it, Lucifer himself is enjoying the extra chill, says it's invigorating against his bat-like wings. There you have it, the latest atmospheric atrocities from across our fiery realm. Remember, whether it's scorching flames or biting cold, in hell, the weather's always perfect for punishment. Lastly, let's talk about the latest in infernal innovations. The Pit of Despair, a fan favorite, has received quite the upgrade. We've installed new, despair-inducing lighting, or should I say lack thereof. It's now darker than the void itself, with only occasional fleeting glimpses of light, just to give that spark of hope before it's ruthlessly snuffed out. And that's not all. We've also introduced a new filing system for the damned. Each soul is now categorized by sin, severity, and scream pitch. Efficiency, my dear listeners, is not just about torment, it's about organization. And there you have it, my infernally inclined audience, a peek behind the curtain of hell's bureaucracy. It's not all fire and brimstone. Sometimes it's about the meticulous management of misery. So, until next time, keep sinning, keep scheming, and remember, in hell, the paperwork's never done. This is Asteroth, signing off from Infernal Affairs. May your nights be as tormented as the souls we so delightfully despair.